Greetings, my empire. Drazel here, back with another video, and today I'm coming at y'all with another build video, man. I'm coming at y'all with my stamina vampire Dragonknight PvP build, man. I know that was a lot, you know what I'm saying, to take in, but hey, you feel me, roll with me. Now, I've been working on this build for a while, man. I'm not gonna lie, I've been working on this build for a while. I've really been really invested in this build, man, because I really wanted this build to work. Being a stamina vampire, in general, I just wanted it to work, you feel me? So I've been working on this build in a while, and I think I've come up with just the best setup to be a vampire stamina DK, man. I just come up with the best setup. This build performs really well in all forms of PvP. Um, I've had so much fun with this build. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably right now the 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 most funnest build I've played in a while. You feel me? Um, but yeah, I just want to come at y'all with the build video. Um, you know, come at y'all with a build and get y'all ready for Waking Flames, man. Give y'all a build ready for Waking Flames. This build is Waking Flames ready. You feel me? Now, before I get to the build, I want to actually two things. I want to tell y'all two things before I get into the build. The first thing, you already know, man. I want to ask y'all to hit the like button, subscribe, join the empire. You already know. Helps me out, helps the channel out, and helps the channel grow. And second thing, this is this is gonna be a more advanced build. Not only for gameplay, gameplay wise, this is gonna be advanced, but some of the set pieces as well is gonna be kind of harder to get than what I usually try to go for in my videos. Usually, I like to give y'all sets that are not too hard to obtain. Something reasonable, something that if I bring out the build video and you see, yeah, I have this piece, you're gonna be like, ah, man, I'm gonna have to farm for this. I'm gonna have to do. I like to keep my thing, my sets relatively simple, just to make it easy on you guys to have a really good build without having to work too hard for it, you know what I'm saying? But right now off the bat, I'm gonna tell y'all some of the pieces on this build is gonna be harder to get, and the gameplay of this build is kind of harder as well, you feel me? But now that I've gotten that out the way, let's get into the build, man. Okay, so let's list off our stats, man. You already know we start off with the stats. Let's list them off. So first we have 15k maximum magicka. Now I'm actually kind of proud of this. When I was making this build, I wanted at least 15k max magicka, so I could just make sure I have enough magicka to do all the abilities I need to do. And I'm glad to say I reached the magicka goal. So 15k maximum magicka. 500 magicka recovery, 30k maximum health, which is really good. I really wanted to get to 30k maximum health. I'm gonna explain why you want a lot of maximum health on this build. I'm gonna explain that later on in the build, but we got 30k maximum health, 0 health recovery because we're a stage 4 vampire. Almost 30k maximum stamina. We only 200 stamina off from 30k, and we have 1,300 stamina recovery. Now, just to say right now, as you can see, the stamina pool is really low, and that's one of the things I was saying about advanced gameplay with this build. I'm gonna say it right off the bat. In order for you to play successfully on this build, you need to be somebody who knows how to play with a really lower stamina pool. I feel like Dragonknight is one of the best classes to play on a lower resource pool, just for the simple fact of they get a lot of resources from combat. When they use their ultimate, they get resources. When they when Dragoknights use Earthen Heart abilities, they get resources. So Dragonknight is one of the best classes, you know, to play with a lower resource pool. But even so, um, you still need to be a somebody who knows how to play with a lower resource pools. Because at first, when I played this build, it felt like resources was like it was so hard for me to sustain resources. But I got used to it, uh, over time. You feel me? So that's basically it with the resources. You gotta know how to play with a lower resource pool. Now for weapon damage, we have 3,500 weapon damage. Now don't get too hyped up and be like, wait, hold on, this is not enough. You feel me? This is unbuffed first, and second of all, our weapon damage goes way up. When we get into the gear, I'm gonna explain how our weapon damage goes so much more than what you see in the stat sheet. But unbuffed weapon damage right now, we send at 3,500. And physical penetration, we are sitting at 7k. Now let's go to the back bar to show y'all the resistances. Now for the resistances, unbuffed resistances, we have 27k spell resistance and we have 27k physical resistance. Now, oh, and 2,000 critical resistance, of course. Now let's go to the buff stats. Buff resistances, we are sitting at over cap, 33k spell resistance and 33k physical resistance. Really nice. Then buff the weapon damage, we are sitting at 4,500 buffed weapon damage. And now this is not fully buffed. Like I said, our weapon damage goes way, or our damage in general goes way up when we get into the stats. Yeah, this is our buff weapon damage right now. Now for our attributes, we have 64 into stamina. For our race, we are orc. Now I chose orc. Orc is actually not the best race for this build. The best race for this build would probably be dark elf, simply for the fact of they get natural flame resistance, and we are a vampire, so dark elf will probably be the best race for this build. But orc is under no circumstances bad. Orc is really good for this. Just listing off some of the orc stats. Orc, we get more stamina, which is really good. Overall, more health sustain. When we deal damage, we heal for 2,000 health. This is really good on vampire because we don't have health recovery anymore, so we take we like to have as much heals as possible on vampire. So orc is really good for just getting more health. And Swift Warrior is really good. Not only do we get a 258 weapon damage buff, but we get reduced cost sprint and increased movement speed of sprint by 10%. And this is really going to go well with one of our vampire passives, but I'm going to get into that once we get into vampire. Alright, going back to character, going to our active effects, we are running the Serpent Mundus Stone. I needed to run this, man. I couldn't work with any lower stamina pool than what I already had, so I need to run this this stamina recovery Mundus, just to get our stamina recovery at least over 1,000, because without this our stamina recovery would be at like 900. You feel me? So this gets it over 1,000, which we really do need. For our food, we running lava foot, soup, and sultress. This is gonna give us just raw stamina stats. We get 4,500 maximum stamina and 450 stamina recovery. Just raw stamina stats that we need to give us at least the stamina to have somewhat of good stamina sustain. You feel me? Now we are vampire stage 4, so as you can see, the buffs and debuffs for vampire stage 4, we have 100% less health recovery, so basically no health recovery. We take 20% more flame damage. We take we have a 12% more regular ability cost. That this is gonna hurt our resources even more. Just our abilities having more increased costs. Like I said, to play this build, this is more of an advanced build. You really need to know how to play with a lower resource pool. But I'm gonna show y'all how I play and how I make the best out of a bad situation with the resources. I'm gonna show you once I get into it to explain it. I'm gonna show you how to work with a lower resource pool. And the last we have our vampire abilities cost 24% less. You feel me? So that's vampire stage 4. Um, and yeah. Now to get into the what's it called? I don't even, to get into our armor. Wait, before we get into our armor, let's go into our slaughtables. We are running crown restoration. Triple plate pots. Now, um, sometimes I run triple plate pots. In some occasions, I like to run the essence of lingering health. Um, this gives us, basically it gives us 904 health recovery. That's basically not health recovery, because health recovery procs every 2 seconds. Basically, we're gonna heal for 904 health every second, and we're also gonna get a major vitality buff that increases our healing taken by 16%. Um, this is just basically for overall healing. Just if we're getting, um, too pressured, if we're in a 1vx situation, this is gonna help us so much. You feel me? Just get a lot more healing. You feel me? Because like I said, as a vampire, you take all the healing you could get. So let's get into the sets. And first, we are running the Vatestrand Maul. Now, you remember what I said? Our weapon damage goes up. This is one of the things that's going to make our weapon damage go up. So, Vatestrand Maul, we are running the weapon damage enchantment, sharpened trait. And what the Vatestrand Maul does is, while momentum is active, casting a stamina ability while in combat generates a stack of frenzy momentum for 20 seconds, increases your weapon damage by 38 up to 5 times. So I can ask Siri right now, what's 38 times 5? 190. So when we get 5 stacks of this, 5 stacks of this, we get 190 more weapon damage. Then basically, when you heavy attack at the 5th stack, when you heavy attack, your heavy attack is gonna do 7,097 physical damage to all enemies within 8 meters. So I really love the Vatestrand Maul, not only just because of the more weapon damage we get with it, but the heavy attack really does a lot of damage, man. Like, I didn't expect the heavy attack to do too much damage since it's an AoE attack, but fighting people, I've noticed the heavy attack really chunks people's health. You feel me? Like, I've I've killed, like, executed people just with the heavy attack alone with the Vatestrand Maul. So really love the Vatestrand Maul, man. Just the Vatestrand frenzy momentum in general is so good on this build, giving us that extra damage. And yeah, you feel me? Now on our back bar, we are running the Pariah set. You already know how I feel about Pariah. Pariah is the best defensive set in ESO right now. You feel me? We are running the Pariah Axe, and we are running the Pariah Shield. The Axe, we are running double dot poisons on the back bar. You can really run anything you want on the weapon. I like to run double dot poisons for the simple fact of DK gets more more damage from poison ticks and stuff like that. So when I'm heavy attacking on the back bar, I like to put poison on my enemies. But you can really run whatever you want here. We have defending on the axe. Then on the shield, we have the max health enchantment, and we have reinforce as the trait. Now what Pariah does, um, it gives you a line of maximum health, a line of armor, another line of armor. Then the 5th piece increases your physical and spell resistance by up to 9,900 based off your missing health. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Y'all looked at my stats already. I showed you my stats, and I'm already at cap resistance. Um, and I'm basically gonna explain what I explained in my Magicka Templar build video. Pariah is gonna put us over cap resistances. Now, don't think that's bad, because over cap resistances is not bad at all, because penetration still needs to go through the extra resistances. So basically, we're gonna be taking away people's penetration using pariah. You know what I'm saying? Our penetration, their penetration against us, we're basically taking it away. So just to give you an example, say the cap for physical and spell resistance is 30k. You feel me? And I have 37k physical and spell resistance. And say I'm fighting somebody with 7k penetration, even though I have 37k physical spell resistance and I'm 7k over the cap, their penetration still has to go through that extra 7k resistances I have. So when they're fighting me, they're basically fighting me at cap resistances, and their penetration basically means nothing. You feel me? That's why I love pariah so much. The glory of overpen is so good. Over resisting is so good. You know what I'm saying? Over resisting is so good because it just helps, you know, with fighting people with a lot of penetration. These days, a lot of people run 15k penetration. Some people run 20k, 25k penetration. So it's good, really, really good and nice to have, you know, more penetration on a build. I mean, more resistances on a build. Now, to go to the body pieces, we are in full heavy. We are in full heavy, and we have the multi-effect enchantment on all the big pieces. So our head, chest, and legs, we have the multi-effect enchantment, and for our trait, we want impenetrable on all our armor. So for the second set, we are running on the body. We are running Plague Doctor on the body. Plague Doctor, really good. I like this set because, you know, basically it got us to, it got this build to the health pool that we needed. Over 30k. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to go for this build, and the Plague Doctor helped us reach it. So what Plague Doctor does is you get a line of max health, you get another line of max health, you get another line of max health, then the fifth piece you get a buffed line of max health, sitting at 2,700 maximum health. So Plague Doctor really good just to get you bulk up your health so much. You feel me? And plus we are running all heavy, so our health is getting even more buffed with the heavy armor passive. Now for the shoulder, we are running the Dami Husk Pauldron. Don't worry about the trait. The trait is what's it called? I have to change the trait. I need to get some more transmute crystals. You know what I'm saying? I'm the brokest person in ESO, so give me some time. But I gotta change the trait. The little pieces, I forgot to say, the little pieces, you want just max stamina on the rest of the little pieces. So the shoulders, belt, what's it called, gloves and feet, you want just the maximum stamina enchantment. But basically I have Dami Husk on the shoulder because the first piece of Dami Husk not only gives you maximum stamina, but it also gives you maximum magicka, and we need both of those in this build because some of our abilities take magicka and some of our abilities take stamina. You feel me? So Dami Husk really good, increases our maximum health, stamina and magicka. So getting into the jewelry now, the jewelry we are running, you know, pariah, one pariah ring and one pariah necklace. You feel me? I did that in the wrong order, but hey. And then we are running the Malakath Band of Brutality. Now, you know I hate this mythic item so much. I think this mythic item is broken. I think this mythic item should be in the game. But like I say in all those videos, as a DK, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice of not running this because it's just so good on DK. So what Malakath Band of Brutality is gonna do is it's gonna give us it's gonna increase your damage done by 16%, but decreases your critical damage by 50%. Now, this basically has no drawback. The 50% critical damage done decrease is basically nothing because, as you can see in our stats, we only have 11% weapon critical. We're not critting for nothing. We're never gonna crit, like, ever. We have more spell crit than weapon crit. We're never gonna crit on this build. So the 50% less crit is really nothing to us. You feel me? So yeah, Malakath Band of Brutality, I hate it, but it's just a disservice not to wear it. You feel me? And yeah, we are on the jewelry. We have all weapon damage enchantments, and we have all bloodthirsty. Now, I really like bloodthirsty, just for the execute factor. It's it just helps you get people out the way so much. You feel me? Especially you trying to execute them with executioner. It's just so easy. Like I've executed people at half health. You feel me? With bloodthirsty active. I've executed people at half health. It's absolutely insane. And yeah, I have bloodthirsty. If you want to put infuse, you can. Infused is good as well, but I just like bloodthirsty on my jewelry. Now, going to skills. Now let's get into the skills, man. Let's get into the skills. But before we get into that, I want to go into heavy armor just to try kind of give you a tip to how to, sustain your resources on this build. Because like I said, you have to work with a way lower resource pool. So since we're in full heavy armor, we do get um way more resources when we heavy attack. We get a 28% increase resource bonus when we heavy attack. So basically, what I basically want to say to you is to sustain resources in this build is to basically heavy attacks as much as possible. You feel me? Like before you start your rotation, make sure you heavy attack. In the middle of your rotation, make sure you throw a heavy attack in there, man. As you're buffing up and stuff, or as you're trying to you know sustain yourself in terms of health, just make sure you're getting a couple of heavy attacks in there, man. It's just gonna do you so much. It's gonna do you so much justice to get some heavy attacks in your combos just to sustain your stamina. You feel me? Once I realized, how beneficial heavy attacks is really is in this build. I haven't had too much problems with resource sustain on this build. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure you heavy attack. We're in full heavy, so we get a 28% um heavy attack cost. You feel me? And another reason I'm in full heavy, you know what I mean? Just to explain, because people usually run the 5-piece heavy, 2 medium stuff. The reason I wanted to do full heavy, just for the simple fact of I wanted more healing. Basically, I wanted the most healing I could get. Um, you feel me? Because like I said, as a vampire, you want the most healing you could get. So I chose heavy just to get the 7% more healing taken, um, or healing received, just to have the more healing. You know what I'm saying? Basically. Now to go into the abilities, first we are running Executioner. Now Executioner, you already know, basically one of the best executes in the game. Does physical damage and does up to 40%, 400, 400% more damage to enemies with less than 50% health. So pairing this off with bloodthirsty traits is absolutely ridiculous. Now we have Rally. Rally is going to be our source of major brutality, our source of minor endurance, and also is going to give us a really, really good heal when the effect ends. You feel me? So there's going to be our burst heal and our source of more damage. Now we have Dizzying Swing. This is going to be our stun, our a hard hitting stun. You already know Dizzying Swing is one of the hardest hitting stuns in the game. One of the hardest hitting spam moves in general. So this is gonna be our stun, our source of setting people off balance. Hitting them twice stuns them. Um, and targets that are immune to off balance are snared by 40%. So really good spam move and really good stun, and it hits super super hard. Venomous Claw. Venomous Claw is going to be basically a powerful tech we're going to put on people. It does poison damage. It does initial poison damage. Then it does more poison damage over 14 seconds. Then as the effect goes on, it does 20% more poison damage to the target every 2 seconds. You feel me? So really just a lot more tick damage. Like just with this and the Noxious Breath, just to explain what Noxious Breath does, Noxious Breath is going to be our source of major breach, reducing their physical and spell resistance by 6,000, and it does poison damage and more poison damage over 14 seconds. But basically, these two abilities alone does so much damage, even though I'm not even running a tick build. You know what I mean? I don't have any increases to tick damage. These two abilities alone do so much damage. Like sometimes when I'm trying to, like, if I'm in a fight and I need to go on the defense and sustain myself, just the ticks I put on the target alone just does so much damage while I'm not even attacking them. It's insane. You feel me? Like, it gives you so much damage when you're not even attacking the target. It just, the ticks is just chunking them. You know what I'm saying? So these ticks is just really too good. Pairing these two ticks with each other is just priceless. You already know. Come on, is DK 101. Now, for the ultimate, our front bar ultimate, we're running Take Flight. Now, Take Flight, I'm not gonna lie, man. If you want to, you could take off Take Flight and put on Dawnbreaker, just for the simple fact of Take Flight has been really, really wonky. You know, for a really long time now. For a bit of time, it's been really wonky. Sometimes in Imperial City or in Cyrodiil, I can't use Take Flight some of the times, you feel me? Sometimes it just doesn't work. I can't use it, you feel me? Um so if you don't want to run this, I understand. You could run Dawnbreaker. Like I said, we go into the Fighters Guild. You can run Dawnbreaker, but I'm still gonna run Take Flight. Take Flight is still, when it does work, it's a really good ability. The ultimate is kind of cheap. It costs cheap in terms of ultimate. It does really good physical damage, and it's a really good crowd control. It knocks everybody in the area. It knocks them on their back, for 2 seconds, man. So not only does amazing damage, but it's a good area CC. Now for the back bar, first ability, we are running Resolving Vigor. You already know Vigor is gonna be our another heal we have. Basically gonna heal us for a really good amount of health over 4 seconds. Yeah, just a really good heal. That's basically about Vigor. Now, we are running Green Dragon Blood. Now, a lot of people don't run this. I don't know why a lot of people don't run this. I really love this ability. Green Dragon Blood, not only does it heal us for 33% of your missing health, which is really good on a high health or even a low health tune, just for the simple fact of we just get, it's just straight up healing. Like, it's not no buffs or nerfing this healing. You just get a straight up, 33% missing health heal. You feel me? So this is gonna be really good when you're at low health and you just want to heal up to 40% of your health. You feel me? This ability alone could take you from 10% of health to like 40% of health just from this ability alone. But not only does it give a really nice heal, but the buffs that it gives you major fortitude, major endurance, and minor vitality. Now, the health, the extra health recovery is not going to mean anything in this build because we're a vampire stage 4. But the minor vitality that's going to increase our healing received by 8% is really, really good. It really pairs off nice with the heavy armor passive that's going to give us a 7% healing received buff. So in total, I believe that's going to give us a 15% more healing received with the heavy armor and this paired off. And the major endurance is going to be really nice as well. It's going to really help us sustain our stamina. With the major endurance buff, you can see our stamina goes up to 1,000, almost 2,000 stamina recovery. You feel me? This is going to help us sustain our stamina a lot. Now, you don't want I don't recommend you have Green Dragon Blood on when you're in open world PvP. This is really something for duels or even BGs. But when you're in open world PvP, if you want to, you can put on Race Against Time as a replacement to Green Dragon Blood to open world PvP, just to get the major expedition and the immunity to snares buff. Yeah, that's basically it. Race Against Time. Basically, how I run it is Race Against Time in open world PvP. Then I run Green Dragon Blood when I'm dueling or in BGs. So that's how I run it. Really, both really great abilities. This Race Against Time is one of the best just more uh based one of the best sources of major expedition, just because of it gives you major expedition and it gives you immunity to snares as well. Now for our next ability, we're running Fragmented Shield. Now I'm not a big fan of Fragmented Shield. I wish I could take this ability off, but I simply can't, because if I take this ability off, I'm not gonna have any ability to proc any of the Earthen Heart passives. I need something to proc it, so I'm running Fragmented Shield. Fragmented Shield is okay. It gives you and your allies a little shield, and um, the main thing about this ability is you gain major mending, increases your healing done by 16%. So this is going to be really good because uh, we already have a 15% healing received if we're running green dragon blood. Um, and if you pair this with Fragmented Shield, we're gonna get an extra 16% healing done. So when you healing, you basically wanna, you know what I'm saying, do this before you heal, because you're gonna get an extremely good heal when you do Fragmented Shield first. You know what I'm saying? This is really good when you're getting pressured a lot. You know what I mean? You're 1vxing and you're getting pressured by like 4 or 5 people and you're about to die. You pop this, then you pop a heal, or you pop this and you pop a rally. If you pop this, then a rally, you feel me? You're basically gonna get healed for full health. You feel me? Basically, because the heal is gonna be just so fat. You're gonna get such a fat heal that get you healthy again. You know what I'm saying? So Fragmented Shield, really good. Um, I would prefer I could take it off, but like I said, I can't take it off because Earthen Heart. Next ability we're running is Cauterize. Now Cauterize, this is basically just gonna be our dot heal. This is gonna be heal us every 5 seconds for health. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically pretty much why we run it. We don't care about any of the other stats. Major prophecy, we don't care about that because, you know what I'm saying, we're not doing spell damage, so we don't really care about that. But the this is basically just gonna be a tick kill we put on ourselves. It's a really cheap tick kill that heals us really consistently, and it really comes in handy, just for more overall sustain. You know what I mean? It's gonna increase our overall sustain. Next, we are running Hardened Armor. Now, Hardened Armor, this is going to be our source of major resolve. That is going to increase our physical and spell resistance by 6,000 for 20 seconds. And the Hardened Armor, a morph, is going to give us a damage shield, a little bit of a damage shield. If you want to, you can run the other morph that gives you a dot magic damage dot, a AoE magic damage dot. I think that's called Violent Armor, something like that. I forget what the other morph is called, but I like the little damage shield that this gives you more than the other morph, just for more overall sustain. You know what I mean? The damage shield has helped me sustain more when I'm in fights, so I like Hardened Armor. And while this is active, when people do damage to you, they take magic damage is returned to them. So really good. It's not gonna be a lot of damage they you know they take when they hit you, but it's gonna work for you because just more overall damage. Even though the overall damage is not gonna be too much, it's still gonna be more damage at the end of the day. So that's why I run Hardened Armor. Really good ability. Now for our ult, we're running Swarming Scion. Now Swarming Scion, this is a really good ult, man. I really love this ult, especially in open world PvP. You can use this on the defense and you can use this on the offensive as well. Basically what this ult does is you turn into a Scion, you instantly heal for full health. While you're transformed, you get 10,000 more maximum magicka, stamina, and health, and you heal for 15% of all damage you deal. And also the bat, the Swarming Scion, you get bats that fly around you that deal magic damage every 1 second. So why this ult is so good, because not only does it heal us fully, but it heals us fully with an extra 10,000 more maximum health. We have even more resources, magicka, stamina resources, do even more abilities. 50, and we heal for 15% of the damage we deal. So we're basically gonna have so much sustain. Um, not only is the bat swarming around us gonna heal us for 50% of the damage we do with it, but our uppercuts, just us doing damage in general, is gonna give us so much heals. And like I said, as a vampire, you want all the heals you can get, man. So this ult is really good on the offensive and the defensive. This really helps. This ability is invaluable when it comes to a 1vxing, man. It's just one of the best abilities for 1vxing. And yeah, so Swarming Scion, really good ult. Now I want to go into Vampire real quick. I want to show you why we want to be a vampire on this build. What makes a vampire so good on this build? So first, let's look at the passives real quick. I'm gonna go through it real quick. So basically, Undeath is one of the passives we want. We're gonna get a 30% what's it called, mitigations, depending on how low our health is. So it's gonna be this is really good, and this really pairs off nice with Pariah, because basically we're gonna be getting resistances and protections as our health gets lower. You feel me? So it's gonna be really hard for the enemy to take us down. And the second passive why we run Vampire is unnatural movement, man. I really love unnatural movement, man. And this is the passive that pairs really well with the orc passives, because orcs, we do get I think it's a 15% sprint cost reduction on orc, and this passive gives us a 50% sprint cost reduction. So in total, that's 65% sprint cost reduction just alone. You feel me? And we haven't even reached CP yet, and we have a 65% sprint cost reduction. So really good. We could sprint forever. Basically, this is gonna help us sprint forever. But then if you continuously sprint for 3 seconds, you automatically become invisible. Now I really love this passive, man. Being a DK that could become invisible is really good, man. I've gotten out of really sticky situations with this passive alone. In Imperial City, if I'm running with a lot of Televar and I'm getting chased by like 7 people, this really helps me lose the people that are chasing me. This is just good for overall mobility and overall kiting. This is just so good. You feel me? So unnatural movement. That's why we run Vampire. These two passives alone, I think, is really good. Just these two passives makes Vampire worth running. You feel me? And on top of that, we have Swarming Scion that just sets it off the top. You know what I'm saying? If you are not in open world PvP, I suggest that you reduce your Vampire stage to the 3rd stage so you can get only Undeath. And because you're not going to be using unnatural movement and dueling and stuff like that. So if you're dueling, go to Vampire stage 3 just to get Undeath. But if you're not dueling and you're in open world PvP, BG, Cyrodiil, Imperial City, I suggest, go to stage 4 so you can get this passive, because it's just so good. Now that we're done with abilities, let's get into the CP now. Waking Flames came with a couple of CP changes, mainly to the fitness tree. So that's the tree I'm going to start with. So fitness tree, I got 30 into Savage Defense, 20 to Tyler's Guardian, 30 to Fortification. This is just extra CP I have. Then I'm gonna get into the main CPs, the main stats I have. I have Hasty. I have what's it called? 16 to Hasty, 20 into Sprinter. This is gonna reduce our sprint cost, so that we're getting even more cost reduction in CP on top of the 65% sprint cost reduction we have. 20 into Hero's Vigor, 10 into Piercing Gaze, 5 into Tempered Soul, 20 into Defiance, and 30 to Tumbling, and we have 50 into Mystic Tenacity. That's basically just the CP, the ones that are not slottable. Now let's talk about the slottable CP that I have. So first, I have 50 into Juggernaut. This is basically going to give us a 5% damage reduction while we are We are in crowd control immunity, which is really going to be good for our overall sustain. In crowd control immunity, we're basically going to be even more tankier. So really good. I really like Juggernaut. Um, Going into Survivor's Spite. Now this is some of the new stuff. Um, we have 50 into Pain's Refuge. This is gonna reduce our damage taken for every negative effect we have on us. I really like this. You feel me? I tested this out and I really like this passive. Especially when you're going up against people who really like to put a lot of poison dots on you, a lot of flame dots on you, just a lot of dots in general. This is going to be really good just to give us more sustain. We get 1% damage reduction each negative effect, so up to 20%. So I don't know how you're going to get 20 negative effects on you, but you feel me? Just the damage reduction in general is really good on this passive. We have 50 into Relentless. Um, Being stunned or feared causes you to gain major protection for 3 seconds, reducing your damage taken by 10%. Now, this is really good to prevent you from getting executed, and this is really good to prevent you from getting bombed. I really like this CP passive, man. I really think it's gonna help with the whole bombing situation. I really did. I'm gonna call this Bomber's Bane. You feel me? Because as you're getting bombed, you feel me, you're stunned and you're at low health. So getting major protection is really going to be good to kind of prevent the bomber from finishing us. You know what I'm saying? So really good. Um, yeah, I really love this passive, man. It really helps with you, not being executed while stunned, and really helps with bombers not being able to bomb you. And the last slottable we have is the heck did I just do? Oh, we have On Guard. Now On Guard, while we're under crowd control immunity, we get 10% more block mitigation while under crowd control immunity. So just more mitigations for when we block. This is just all through all four of these is just the ultimate form of mitigations, man. Like we're gonna have so much mitigation just with all four of these, and especially when we're blocking, we're in full heavy armor, so we get even more damage mitigations while blocking. So on top of heavy armor and this, we're basically gonna take no damage when we're blocking. You know what I'm saying? So done with the fitness tree. Now we're gonna go into warfare. Now warfare, um, you know what I'm saying? Uh, just the ones that don't really matter. We have 20 to Tireless Disciple, 20 to Precision, uh, 20 to Eldritch Insight, 20 to Quick Recovery, 20 to Hardy, 20 to Elemental Ages, 20 into Preparation, uh, 20 into Piercing, 40 into Mastery, uh, 30 into Mighty, 2 into Flawless Ritual, and over here we have 20 into Bless. Now let's go to the main one. So first main one, we have Untamed Aggression to give us 150 weapon damage. Just really good. Can you complain about more weapon damage? I can't complain. You feel me? So more weapon damage with Untamed Aggression, really good. Really like Untamed Aggression. Uh, we have 50 into Wrathful Strikes. Wrathful Strikes is going to give us more damage in our abilities. We're going to get 165 more weapon damage in our abilities. Really good. Overall, more damage. Like I said, we can't complain for more damage. We have 50 into Deadly Aim is going to give us 10% more damage done with our single target's attacks, which is basically Uppercut, which is basically going to be Executioner, which is basically going to be Leap. You feel me? So all our hard hitting abilities is going to get a 10% damage done bonus. And same thing with Master's Arms, we get a 10% damage done bonus with direct damage attacks. So that's going to be our Uppercut. That's going to be our Executioner, and that's gonna be our Venom Claw. You feel me? So even more damage, just overall insanely more damage to our Uppercut, our main spammable, and just insanely more damage to Executioner to get people up out the way. Now for the green tree, I'm not gonna go into the green tree. You can look. That's it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to put what I have, you can put what I have. If you don't, you don't. It's really up to you. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the build. Our stamina vampire Dragonknight PvP build, man. I really love this build, man. Like I said, man, I've really had so much fun with this build, just killing people, bro. It has so much sustain, so much damage. Not the most resource sustain, but like I said, just heavy attack, man. Just know how to, incorporate heavy attacks in your rotations, and you shouldn't have a problem with resource sustain at all. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, join the empire. You already know, helps me out, helps the channel out, helps the channel grow. And yeah, man, I hope this got you ready, man. I hope you run this build. You feel me? Getting ready for Waking Flames, man. Waking Flames, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Drizzle Empire out. I'm gonna see.